Hey, welcome to Alan Williams Backyard RC. I just did a video, I just finished up making a previous video for gear ratios. Explain, if you ain't seen that one, check that one out. But I have to put my Traxxas Slash 4x4 Ultimate back together. I pulled the motor out. So, and that's a spare center diff. So I pulled the motor out. And I've got to put it back in, so it seemed like a good time to make a quick video on how to do gear mesh and how to do it correctly. If anybody doesn't know, gear mesh is that right there where the gears come together. You don't want it too sloppy because it'll be slopping the gear and it'll wear the gears out. If you push too tight, it causes side load on the bearings and then cause the motor to fail sooner and cause the gears to wear out quicker and cause heat in your motor and things like that. Too little gear mesh and it'll definitely strip out the gears. So there's two things to know about gear mesh. One, I know we're off in the distance, is you want to make sure they're lined up this way correctly so that they're full gear. So there's a set screw right there. You adjust that on the motor shaft, get that set. I always recommend putting a little bit of Loctite on the set screw so it don't come loose. So you got that. You got to mesh your gears correctly that way. And then of course you got to mesh them correctly this way. And like I said, too little and bye-bye spur gear, too much and bye-bye bearings. And maybe motor and other things. So I'm going to show you a couple quick tips of doing that. A little shadowy, doesn't show up real well. But perfect gear mesh would be look something like that. If you pull it out a little bit, I'll exaggerate it. You can see there's a gap in there that moves. If I push it close, it's nice and tight. You can see me wiggling it around. You can see if I go this way, I want the gears flush with each other so they make full contact that way. One method of doing this is mounted inside your car. This is mounted inside your car. Put this in here. Again, line it up and basically just move it over till they touch, and then just put a little bit of, don't put really side pressure, just kind of move it over until they hit. You can tighten that up. That's not the preferred way to do it. The preferred way to do it is to just grab a sheet of paper, tear you a little piece off, put that in between. Press it tight like that and then pull it out when you're done. I'll show you guys how to do that here in just a second, both ways, when I go to put this back in my car. Okay, you want to screw this in, not so it's tight. Still slide it back and forth. This up so you guys can see. Get the motor out of the way. Can't really see down in there too good. Lined up that way, just fine. It's not hitting nothing. We're good. First way I told you to do it, just kind of push it over. Don't push on it tight, just kind of hold it so it don't move on you. And then just snug that up. And if you're out in the field, that'll be good enough. Whatever you do, you don't want to be pushing on it. So you just snug that up. Slide that back and forth. You can feel just a little bit of movement in it. You can feel just a little bit of movement in there. Not a problem. Not too much. The other way to do this is back it up, the old paper method. Slide that out. Put your paper down in there. In between the gears. Slide it over and push on it. Push on it. Not hard, just push on it until it stops. Tighten it back up. Make sure your gears are this, and then just turn that. Paper comes out. See, it's all messed up. You can see just a little bit of movement in there. Either way works. Take a good Allen wrench. Tighten that up so it don't move. Alright, put your cover back on. Which is easy to do with the Traxxas Slash. Gotta hook my motor back up here. So anyways, that's all you got to do for gear mesh. It's not complicated, nothing fancy about it. Not scientific, it does got to be done right. If you're tearing gears up, keep in mind there may be other reasons why you're tearing gears up. If you've got a young kid and they're on and off the throttle all the time, that'll tear the gears up. If you jump and you land and you stay on the trigger when you land, that will tear the gears up. Because when you're in the air, these tires are spinning, there's no friction on them. As soon as you hit the ground like that, they stop and that jerks on the gears. So keep that in mind if you're burning them up, unless you're just replacing them. I would recommend that if you're going to replace the spur gear, by the time you take that apart, it may be worth going ahead and replacing the bearings that are in there too. If it's not something that you do on a regular basis, if you happen to, if you've had your car a year or two and all of a sudden you want to replace the spur gear, I'd just go ahead and replace the bearings while you got it apart. Order the spur gear, order a couple bearings, they don't cost that much. So hey, we want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it didn't bore you too bad today, and we will see you the next time. Enjoy your hobby, whatever it is you guys decide you like to do. Thank you.